there, welcome back to WION The World is One. I'm Kanishka Sarkar and you're watching Speed News. Let's get started with the top headlines that we're tracking for you at this hour. US President Donald Trump has issued a fresh threat to Iran: accept a deal quickly or US will destroy Kharg Island and its power and water plants. The threat comes as conflicting reports emerged over Trump's potential plans for Iran. The Wall Street Journal, citing administration officials, reported that Trump has told his aides he is willing to end the military campaign against Iran even if the Strait of Hormuz remains largely closed. The report says that Trump may launch a complex operation to reopen it later. However, another report, this time from the Washington Post, says that Pentagon is preparing for weeks of ground operations in Iran. The plans, yet to be okayed by Trump, could involve raids by special operations and conventional infantry troops. President Donald Trump has posted an unnamed and undated video of US strikes on Iran on his Truth Social platform. Local media in Tehran has reported explosions were heard in Tehran and power cuts hit some parts of the capital as well. This comes hours after he threatened to destroy Kharg Island unless Iran accepts a deal to end the war. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said President Donald Trump is interested in calling on Arab countries to pay for the cost of the Iran war. Questioned at a news briefing whether Arab countries would step up to help pay for the war, Karoline Leavitt said she would not get ahead of the Republican president, but that it was an idea that Trump had. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio voiced hope for working with elements within Iran's government, saying the United States privately had received positive messages. Speaking to ABC News, Rubio said there were internal fractures inside the country and that the United States hopes figures with power to deliver take charge. At least 4 people were injured after a fire broke out at a house in Dubai's Al Bada area after debris from an air defense interception fell on the site in the wee hours early today. According to the Dubai media office, the authorities responded to the incident caused after an Iranian drone was intercepted and fell on the site. The 4 injured individuals were reported to be in the vicinity of the house at the time of the incident. An Iranian attack sparked a fire on a Kuwaiti oil tanker at Dubai port. However, no injuries were reported in the incident. Citing Kuwait's state-owned oil company, official news agency Kuna reported that the Kuwaiti giant crude oil tanker was subjected to a direct and malicious Iranian attack while in the anchorage area of Dubai port in the UAE's. Kuwait military also said on Tuesday its air defenses were responding to hostile missile and drone attacks. Iranian state media has reported that a key parliamentary commission has approved a proposal to impose tolls on vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz, cited by a member of Iran's Parliament Security Commission. The plan outlines a framework for financial arrangements, including a rial-based toll system designed to reinforce what officials describe as Iran's sovereign authority over the waterway. The proposal also signals a significant geopolitical escalation. It includes provisions to bar vessels associated with the United States and Israel from crossing through the strait, while also targeting countries that enforce sanctions against Iran. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that the war on Iran had achieved more than half of its aims without putting a timeline on when it would end. Netanyahu added that he meant the war was more than halfway in terms of missions, not necessarily in terms of time. He said the war had achieved goals including killing thousands of members of Iran's Revolutionary Guards. Netanyahu also voiced confidence that Iran's Islamic Republic would fall, though he said again that this was not the goal. Israel's military said that it had launched an investigation into separate incidents that killed 3 UN peacekeepers in southern Lebanon. The Israeli military posted on Telegram that the incidents are being thoroughly reviewed in order to clarify the circumstances and determine whether they resulted from Hezbollah activity or from IDF activity. The post added that the incidents occurred in an active combat area where IDF was operating against Iran-backed group Hezbollah. This comes after the UN peacekeeping mission in Lebanon said 2 of its personnel were killed Monday in an explosion and another had died late Sunday when a projectile hit their position. Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman held a trilateral meeting in Jeddah on Monday with Jordan's King Abdullah II and Qatar's Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani as regional tensions intensified following the ongoing US-Israel war on Iran. During the meeting, the leaders reviewed the latest developments and global stability, including growing risk to international maritime navigation, energy supply security, and the broader global economy. The United States said it respected Israel's right to set its own laws after the Israeli parliament introduced the death penalty for Palestinians convicted of killings. A State Department spokesperson said, and I quote, "We trust that any such measures will be carried out with a fair trial and respect for all applicable fair trial guarantees and protections." The statement comes even as the move has been sharply criticized by European nations and rights groups. US Central Command released video on Monday that reportedly shows US military strikes on Iranian naval vessels and aircraft. In a social media post accompanying the video, CENTCOM wrote, US forces continue to eliminate the Iranian regime's ability to project power in meaningful ways outside of Iran's borders. In other news, a 15-year-old student shot a teacher at a Texas high school and then fatally shot himself. No other injuries were reported in the shooting at Hill Country College Preparatory High School in Bulverde. The sheriff's office has not said what may have led to the shooting. The FBI says man who crashed pickup into Michigan synagogue was inspired by Hezbollah. The FBI said the man was seeking to kill Jewish people. Head of the FBI in Detroit, Jennifer Nguyen, disclosed the new information about the March 12th attack at a news conference on Monday. truck crashed through a fence in Crockett, California, narrowly missing a home and leaving one person reportedly injured. The incident occurred on Virginia Street when the vehicle lost control, striking a fire hydrant and flooding the area. It then hit two cars, crashed through the front of a house and continued until it broke through a fence, ultimately coming to rest precariously over a terrace. The cause of the crash is yet to be reported. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has rejected reports that the government may suspend the payment of salaries for soldiers and state workers because of a blocked European Union loan. The statement comes after reports suggested that Ukraine does not have enough funds to cover government expenses until June. Zelensky said money was needed to prepare the power system for any new winter onslaught and that the blocking of the EU loan would pose a greater risk for preparations for the next winter. NASA officials said the Artemis 2 mission remains on track with no major issues ahead of launch. Launch Director Charlie Blackwell-Thompson said the hardware is performing well and teams are in excellent shape. The weather conditions will be closely monitored in the coming days. NASA's Artemis 2 mission is scheduled to launch on April 1st. The 10-day crewed mission will send 4 astronauts around the moon and back, marking the first crewed flight beyond low Earth orbit since 1972.
Status grounds.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum received FIFA President Gianni Infantino at the National Palace on Monday as part of the official preparations for the 2026 World Cup. Sheinbaum shared a video of the meeting on her official X account, describing the encounter as a review of all arrangements ahead of the tournament. The return of Canadian singer Celine Dion was marked with a light show at Paris's Eiffel Tower on Monday, with some of the star's iconic songs being played on Trocadero Square. Fans sang along and cheered upon learning of Dion's much-anticipated return. Dion is set to return to the stage this fall with 10 concerts scheduled in Paris, spread out over September and October. A large throne with a golden toilet has been placed on the iconic National Mall in Washington in a critique of US President Donald Trump's renovations to the White House. Styled to look like marble and gold, the throne features a toilet instead of a seat and a plaque that reads, "A throne fit for a king." Vatican has expressed regret to Israel following tensions over access restrictions at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in an official statement. Vatican said that its top officials met with Israeli ambassador Yaron Seidman and regrets were expressed regarding the incident, concerning which clarifications were provided. Furthermore, the United States also voiced concerns over Israel's action. During a media briefing, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt emphasized that worshippers should be able to access holy places while acknowledging Israel's security concerns. On to some updates from the world of business. Asian stock markets erased their gains for 2026, sliding sharply as the widening war in the West Asia drove energy costs higher and heightened inflation fears. The sell-off was broad, with key regional indices turning negative for the year as investors grew increasingly cautious amid rising crude prices and concerns that prolonged conflict could damp global economic growth. Safe haven flows and risk-off sentiment drove the trend, putting a spotlight on mounting anxiety in markets across Japan, South Korea and beyond. The US dollar is on track for its best month since 2022, strengthening sharply as the West Asia war intensifies and investors seek safety amid global market turmoil. The climb reflects rising demand for the dollar as a safe haven asset driven by geopolitical risks, surging energy prices and uncertainty about economic growth. The broader conflict has pushed markets into risk-off mode, bolstering the greenback against major currencies and highlighting its role as a refuge in times of stress. Oil prices climbed for the fourth day, with Brent crude at its $115 per barrel mark and US crude at $105.96, marking record monthly gains. Supply disruptions from the widening West Asia war, including Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz and attacks on tankers, are driving the surge. Concerns over further blockades at Bab el-Mandeb and rerouted Saudi exports are adding pressure, while President Trump has threatened strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure if tensions escalate. Markets remain jittery as the conflict shows no signs of easing. China's manufacturing activity rebounded in March, with the official PMI rising to 50.4, beating expectations and snapping 2 months of contraction. The rebound reflects strong demand from Southeast Asia and Europe, which helped offset weaker shipments to US. This marks the country's strongest manufacturing performance in a year, signaling a potential boost for the broader economy as factories ramp up production. A private PMI report is due Wednesday, with analysts expecting a slight slowdown from February's 5-year high. On to some updates from the world of tech. Now, Match Group, an online dating services provider, has agreed to settle a US Federal Trade Commission lawsuit over the misuse of OkCupid user data. The FTC alleged that OkCupid shared personal data of millions of users with an outside firm without proper disclosure. The data included nearly 3 million photos along with demographic details and location information shared with facial recognition company Clarify. Under the settlement, Match Group is barred from misrepresenting how it handles user privacy and must certify compliance. The company neither admitted nor denied wrongdoing and may face civil penalties for future breaches. Italy's Data Protection Authority has fined Intesa Sanpaolo $36.41 million over a major data breach case. The regulator found that a bank employee accessed the personal data of 3,573 customers without authorization. The investigation revealed more than 6,600 unauthorized account access instances between February 2022 and April 2024. The guarantee said the bank's internal systems failed to detect the breach, highlighting significant monitoring and security weaknesses. The authority took into account corrective measures adopted by the bank, but still imposed the multi-million-dollar penalty. WION Technologies has secured a mission management contract with startup Icarus Robotics to demonstrate a free-flying robotic system on the International Space Station. The project comes as NASA pushes for greater private sector participation in low Earth orbit ahead of the ISS retirement in 2030. The Icarus joyride system is designed to operate inside crewed space stations and will be tested for performance in microgravity conditions. The mission will also help generate data to train artificial intelligence models for operating robots in space environments. Moving on to sports updates, Cardiff City's claim for around $140 million in compensation from French club Nantes following the death of Argentine striker Emiliano Sala has been dismissed by a French court. Cardiff claimed that Sala's death cost them top-flight survival. They also argued that since the flight that crashed was organized by an agent linked to the French side, Nantes were responsible. However, those claims were dismissed by the court. Cardiff had also been ordered to pay more than $500,000 in legal costs and damages. The Pakistan Cricket Board has fined pacer Naseem Shah over a controversial social media post targeting Punjab Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz. According to reports, Shah has been slapped with a $72,000 fine, the largest in Pakistan cricket history. The incident occurred during the opener of the 11th season of the Pakistan Super League last week. Despite the PCB announcing that the league would be played behind closed doors, several dignitaries were present at the first game, including Nawaz. Australian-American actor, bodybuilder and politician Arnold Schwarzenegger received an honorary doctorate from Ulster University in Belfast, Northern Ireland. He was honoured for his contributions to public service, the arts and environmental advocacy. He first visited the university as a young bodybuilder for a competition, an experience which he said he has fond memories of since it was also his first attempt at public speaking. Blackpink superstar Lisa is set to make history as the first K-pop solo artist to secure a Las Vegas residency. Titled Viva La Lisa, the highly anticipated show will take place at Caesars Palace over 2 weekends in November 2026. Fans can expect a full-scale production merging her signature high-energy choreography. The highly anticipated teaser for director Nitesh Tiwari's Ramayana has officially been cleared by the Central Board of Film Certification with a youth rating. The 2-minute and 38-second clip is scheduled for a grand release on April 2nd on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti. The movie is currently slated for a theatrical release on Diwali.